Hello, welcome back to episode 2 of Linux Crash Course 2025 from the level beginner to advanced. In the previous video, I had just discussed about what is a kernel and what does a kernel do and how does a kernel works and also some overview about Linux. And in this video, we will discuss about what is Linux and why we use Linux and how to use Linux in our systems and also how to install Linux in our systems and we will also enter into the programming part of Linux with some basic and easy commands. Before getting into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Chaitanya and you are watching my channel. It's beginning. Let's get into the video. First, let me discuss about what is Linux. Linux is like a engine of a computer. As like to work a car, it consists of power from its engine. In the same way, here computers also requires power to work, and it takes power from Linux. And Linux is like a special type software called as an operating system, and it is a fundamental software to make a computer work. Here, Linux kernel is the heart of Linux, and it manages all the hardware components of a computer and then let the other programs run. And Linux is a open source and free. And due to, unlike another operating systems are owned by many companies, but here Linux is a open source. So due to this property, the code is freely available and for anyone can use, modify, and share its code. Due to this, it has many versions and many distributions like Ubuntu, Fedora, and Debian. As I am familiar with Ubuntu, I will in this series I will use Ubuntu for to run Linux in my system. And then let's see why we use Linux. Linux is incredibly versatile and used in many places like servers, supercomputers, smartphones, and then embedded systems. When it comes to servers, a huge number of websites and online servers are run based on Linux servers. And when it comes to supercomputers, most of the world's fastest supercomputers are built based on Linux operating system. And when it comes to smartphones, most of the non-Apple smartphones are built based on Linux operating system. For example, Google Android operating system. And then when it comes to embedded systems routers, TVs, and even we use in cars also. And then when it comes to advantages of Linux, it is more stability. It contains more stability because it is it has reliability and ability to run a program for a long time without every start. And when it comes to security, it has a more security when compared to other operating systems, and it has a high flexibility because it is highly customized and adaptable to different needs. And then let me show how to use and install Linux in your systems. If your system is based on Linux operating system, then you don't need to install any another distributions. But if your system is based on Windows operating system, or if your system is a MacBook, then you have to install a distribution which supports Linux in your system like Ubuntu, Fedora, and Debian. Let me show in how to install Ubuntu in your systems. For that, first you need to go into the Google browser, and then after entering, you have to search for install Ubuntu desktop. After entering Ubuntu desktop, then you have to click in install Ubuntu desktop. After clicking on install Ubuntu desktop, then you will directly get into the Ubuntu website. And after entering into the Ubuntu web page, you need to click on get Ubuntu. After clicking on Get Ubuntu, you will see these, and in these you have to click on download green download Ubuntu desktop button. After clicking on that, you will directly enter into this page, which shows this green button, like download. This is a version of Ubuntu. After you have to click on this button. After clicking, you will see to start that. You will see that it is downloading in your system. As my system has already exist this Ubuntu application, so now I am not downloading. After downloading, you have to install to your system. Then your system is ready to execute all the Linux commands. After installation of Ubuntu, you have to open Ubuntu terminal by entering Ubuntu in your start button. After entering, you will see this Ubuntu terminal like this. Let me discuss some basic commands of Linux like ls. This shows all the files that are exist in your system, in your Linux system. And when you enter u uptime, you will it gives the information of your current region time, and how the time and the time of this terminal, from which time you are open this terminal, and how many you and this is the how many users are present in your Linux system. Here it shows one. And then when you enter, you name dash r, it gives the version of your Microsoft Windows. And then coming to the next command, you uptime dash p. This shows the running time of this terminal. And when you enter uh, uname dash a, this this displays all the information, including the operating system and kernel version, and also a hardware name. And when coming to the next command, when you enter uptime dash a, and sorry, uptime, no, no. When you enter uname dash or, it shows the present version of Microsoft Windows. When you enter W, this shows how many users are connected in these servers. And when you enter ls/bin, this shows the all commands which are there in our Linux operating system. And that's it for this video, and meet you again in next video. If you like this video, let's subscribe and turn on your notifications on.